Food was my best friend. Food was my everything. Food was my comfort, my support, my love. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Consistency Killed the Fat. My name is Martina and I lost 100 pounds in 12 months. And today, I'm gonna be telling you guys something really key that is from my heart and, it's slightly vulnerable, but I really wanna share it. And that is food your best friend? Now, for me, food was my best friend. Food was my everything. Food was my comfort, my support, my love, my mom, my dad, my auntie, my uncle, my brother, my sister. Food was everything to me, and it gave me what it felt like so much comfort, and it was so consistent, and it was so warm, and it was so kind, and it filled the gaps that were missing in my life. Or at least that's how it felt. It felt like every emotional, physical, go strike me down, but spiritual gap that there was in my life, it's like food was like this water or gel, I don't know, that just filled up all those spaces and just allowed me to not think about what was missing from my life. And overcoming binge eating is difficult. It can be very, very difficult, especially when you don't understand why you're doing it. It's really, really important for you to spend time understanding why you are overeating. And once I understood that food was my best friend, was my advocate, it felt like in my mind, food is my advocate, it's my best friend, it is my ride or die, it is my, I can rely on it. I don't even have to call it up, it's just there. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's how I felt about food. And I was like, okay, cool. How can I be that for myself instead of food? How can I be my own best friend? How can I ride or die for myself? How can I listen to my voice when I speak? How can I, like hear myself? Because sometimes I would shut my mouth in situations I wasn't comfortable with, and then food would have to speak up for me by, I don't know if I'm making sense, but I think if you get it, you'll get what I'm saying. If you've lived it, you'll know what I'm saying. But it's like, I'll shut my mouth, I won't say anything about things I don't like, and then instead of talking, I'll stuff food in my mouth and push those feelings down and push those opinions down and push those boundaries down with food. And in order to stop myself from overeating every single day, I've had to learn how to, and it's hard, it's painful, stand up for myself, how to show up for myself, how to take care of myself in more ways than one, how to find another button. I only had one button, and that was the food button. And I pressed it every single day and every single time in every single situation. And I had to figure out, like, okay, cool, if I'm lonely, I need to spend time with people, not ordering at Domino's. If I'm thirsty, I need to drink a drink rather than eat another biscuit. I know that sounds stupid, but so much times I was thirsty and I'll just eat. So it's like, if I'm stressed, I need to either deal with the thing that's stressing me, take myself out of the situation, but not overeat, because that's not actually helping the situation. And a lot of the time, people decide that food's their best friend as a child. I know I did. I know that food became a big deal in my life, like as an 8-year-old girl. And then it's like people never kind of reassess that relationship, and I really had to stop. And for me, I was like maybe 4 years into therapy, and I was like, I've been going to therapy for like several years and I'm still killing myself with food. What's going on? And then I realized, like, oh, food is your solution. Food is your best friend. Food helps you. How can you help yourself in other ways? So I just really wanted to come and say that. Is food your best friend? And if so, what jobs does it fulfill? What gaps does it plug? And what else could you potentially use to fill those gaps? So sit down and write it out. Like, what can you do when you feel sad other than eat? What can you do when you feel bored other than eat? What can you do when you feel overwhelmed other than eat? Are you in the wrong place? Food can cover up a lot of shit. Food can cover up a toxic relationship. Food can cover up a bad job. Food can cover up a lot. A lot of the time, we're just using food or other substances to distract ourselves from the fucked upness, that's a real word, of our lives. And once you stop overeating, the things that you'll be able to do are going to decrease. Like, they're just going to, unless you're going to go back to food. So that's what's happening for me now, is like, I lost weight 3 years ago. I started my journey in 2020. And I lost my £100. My £100 anniversary is on the 24th of January 2021 or 2023. I don't know, I can't do the maths, but it's like 3 years, 4 years, 3 years. 3 years since I lost weight, okay? Whatever, 2-3 years. And in that time, I'm not gonna say I've been perfect. I've stayed around about the same weight. Like I've had like a fluctuation of like 20 pounds, which is quite a lot. But for me, with my history, a bitch is doing well, because I used to literally lose weight and then shoot right back up the charts. And I haven't done that this time. And that's mainly been because I have been able to slow it down, to challenge myself, and then also because I'm just in the habit of tracking my food. That is the biggest thing you can do. If you are somebody who uses food as something other than fuel, tracking your food and being aware of what you're doing will help you so much, just to kind of stay on top of it. Anyway, I love you guys so much. I really hope you got something from that video. If food is your best friend, figure out how you can make a new best friend in yourself, because that is what's going to really get you to a healthy place, and that's what's going to help you to stop overeating. Stop seeing food as the enemy. Stop seeing your habits as the enemy. Your habits are most likely a coping mechanism, a self-soothing mechanism, a way of making yourself feel comfortable. Maybe there's something in your life or in your past or in your childhood that has made you feel uncomfortable, that's made you feel like you're not safe, and food makes you feel safe, and that's okay. But at the same time, now that we're adults, we need to find other ways of feeling safe, because the reality is, if you're watching this video, you're more than likely, you know, I hope, pretty safe, in the sense of you've got like food and water and hopefully shelter and clothes. So you have like the basic things that you need. You might not have the love that you require, and I know how that feels, but if you can learn to love yourself, you can learn to look after yourself. And I feel like that's so cheesy, but I don't mean to be cheesy. I don't know if it's cheesy, I don't know, I don't care. But it's the truth. You know, if you can learn to love yourself, take care of yourself, you won't need to go to that old best friend anymore. But thank you so much for spending time with me today. I love you guys so much. Take care. Bye.